Last night, a horrific incident in Clapham in South London where a guy apparently dragged, it looks like a young mum and her two kids out of a car, threw them violently to the ground, and then chucked something, a substance at them. We're assuming some kind of acid or something. And the poor mum was running around going, "My eyes, my eyes, my eyes." Now, there's a big search on for this guy. Neighbours came out and chased him down the street. But Alex, it's another example of what we might call a lawless, broken Britain, isn't it?
I mean, it's shocking. Even those who went to the assistance of the three victims, of the mother and her two young children, two daughters, I believe, themselves have come into contact with this corrosive substance and have had to be treated in hospital. I think it's only minor injuries for them. And also the police who went to the scene are also having to be treated. And they're trying to identify what this corrosive substance is. I mean, thankfully, we don't get acid attacks that often, but when they do happen, they are horrific. They are absolutely brutalizing. They're designed to leave the most maiming long-term injuries. I mean, whether this woman will ever recover her sight, who knows? I just hope the police track down the person who did this very quickly. They're yet to give any sort of identity details about him. I always wonder when police don't do that. They just say it's a male. Oh, great. Well, that narrows it down to half the population. A male in a white car. But I hope that they track down exactly who this is.
It sounds, Alex, as if there's quite a lot of whatever this substance was around, because in all, 8 people were taken to hospital, 5 to a major trauma centre and 3 to a local hospital. Holly Hudson, talkTV's intrepid reporter, has been down there on the scene. She's been speaking to eyewitnesses. Let's have a look at Holly's report.
One man, in fact, saying that there was a man in a car behind me here with children, and one of whom he grabbed and threw onto the pavement. He said that he, in fact, chased the attacker down the street and came back to help the mother and gave her water, who was screaming, "My eyes, my eyes."
Extraordinary. We'll keep you up to speed with that story throughout the day. Don't forget, we're back for Crosstalk at 1 p.m. and we will be covering that story, obviously. But another example of a terrible attack on innocent people in the streets of London.
In broad daylight.
And I can't help feeling that right down at the root of all this is a feeling among nefarious people that the police won't be there, the police won't help. They feel free to act like this with impunity. We need more. Well, we're going to come back to this. We need more coppers on the streets.
Yeah, but I wonder as well if I mean, we'll find out. We don't know any details about this, but if yet again this person has got a hoodie on, a mask, a balaclava, because that seems to be behind a lot of the uptick in crime. People who go, well, I just can't be identified. I think the government needs to think very seriously about whether people should be allowed to cover their faces completely in public.
Although we don't know whether or not this guy was had a face mask on.